G'day mate and welcome to Industries of Titan with me, Jitty. Now, Industries of Titan is the game that I had a chance to play about 2 or 3 years ago when it first came out to Epic, and then I haven't really had a chance to play it, well, for you guys since. It has been a game I've been following, it's one I've been playing in my own time from time to time, but haven't had a chance to get a series out until today when 1.0 came out, so I decided it's time to have another venture, another look-see. Now, Industries of Titan is another city builder and resource management game. It has a couple of interesting twists that definitely make it unique from other games. Rather than you having dedicated buildings, so, well, you do have dedicated buildings for like fuel and housing and work environments. You also have a factory module where you could put individual modules inside to customize your city the way you want it, which really changes up the way the game works. So it's something I really want to delve into. At the same time, we're going to have to deal with some rebel scum we need to deal with. So with that out of the way, we're going to start a brand new game. We're going to jump straight in the campaign. We're going to name our corporation. Failure is an option because failure is always an option. At the same time, we're going to use the letter P. The reason I'm going to use the letter P is, well, when we convert a citizen into an employee, we remove them of all the unnecessary internals they no longer require, which leaves a lot of you guessed it, on the floor. So with that out of the way, we're going to start the brand new campaign, and we're going to hear from, well, the council. Now, Titan was previously occupied, I guess is the best way of putting it, and things and people were not terribly careful. Therefore, everything turned to ruins, and well, the council's been put in charge of fixing things up. So our job is to fix things up, at the same time clear out the rebels and make sure that we always maintain good favor with the council. In fact, one of the main currencies we need to deal with is council influence. It's how we make most of our income? Income's not the right word. It's one of the major currencies in the game. So, with that out of the way, let's hope we live up to the council's expectations and get some things done. So, I have turned on the tutorials. Actually, let's pick one of these. Building materials cost 75% lower. Buildings catch on fire at 90% health. Buildings take 50% less damage to reach less time to reach max fire strength. I like that one. Cheaper construction materials. Let's go with that. Okay. So, I have left the tutorials on, not that we need them, but they provide a lot of lore and backlog to the game, which I think is required, so I've made the decision to leave them on. We're going to ignore most of the things they have to say when it comes to tutorial-wise, because, let's be honest, you're watching me, you don't need to see the tutorials. Yeah, let's skip that one. Alright, so the first thing I need to do is click skip more. Is there a third skip? Thank you. Alright, fourth skip. There we go. Alright, first thing we need to do is we need to talk about our interface in front of us. So we have the blue squares. The blue squares are the ones that the council has decided that they're going to give us. They're going to give us for free. Everything inside the yellow square is inside our territory. They're things that we can interact with. They're things that we can exchange council influence to claim. What my plan is going to be first up is we want to survey every single tile. It's going to be very important we do that, and because I don't like RSI, I'm going to use the keyboard shortcuts. Also, the keyboard shortcuts are incredibly well placed for this game. We're also going to skip that one. Cool. All right, and we're going to survey ruins. We've done that. Yep. And then he's going to tell us to salvage ruins. We'll do that in a second. And then he's going to tell us how to extract ruins, which we're going to talk about right about now. So, ruins. Ruins have a couple of different things. First thing we can do is we can salvage. So this has a certain amount of minerals, isotopes, and waste in it. We're going to salvage that one. The next one has minerals, also waste, also has these artifacts. Now, artifacts are this little red icon up here, and they're going to be very, very important. The artifacts are going to give us the ability to convert citizens into employees and also activate Inert Ruins. We'll talk about those in just a second. Also access the technology tree. We'll get into that much later in the game. Speaking of getting later in the game, if you guys want to see more videos of Industries of Titan, the way I gauge how long a series is likely to go for is off the first couple of episodes. So consider throwing a like on the video. Even look, just let me at this stage, just can I borrow a like? Can I borrow a like early in the video? If you're not happy, you end up leaving halfway through, by all means, you can have your like back. But at the moment, can I borrow it? That way I don't forget to remind you later and you don't forget to leave it later, just because you're nice and you're not going to leave me a free like. Anyway, with that out of the way, we're going to, this one we're going to salvage, that one we're going to have salvage, that one we're going to salvage as well. That one was salvage. Okay, Inert Ruins. These are these red ones. Now, these red ones do things. In the case of this one, if I give it 2 artifacts, it will actually generate Xethane. Xethane is a fuel that we'll get to a little bit later. Yeah, a little bit later. This one over here has a sensor range of 9, so if I activated that, I would be able to see 9 tiles out from there. Could be very helpful, something we need to keep in mind. All right, we're going to listen to the Waste Manager. Because, law.
They told me you'd be checking in soon. I'm Vern Skoll, your waste management officer. I think that title is pretty reductive, but yeah, I'm the one who moves the waste around. You make the trash, I move the trash. You dump the trash, I burn the trash. It's a beautiful partnership. And boy, you do have a lot of trash piling up around your city.
Not yet, but we will soon.
No
I promise.
Though. We'll handle it later.
Yes. We're going to handle the trash later. Okay. Inside, up, council representative.
Welcome to Titan, Founder. I am Einar Pier, your council representative. There are currently 9 council members on Titan. Each of us sponsors and oversees different corporations on this moon. I am your sponsor. Your city permit and council funding are thanks to me. I hope you will return my faith with high profits. And remember, everything the council has given you can easily be taken away.
That's not a threat, is it? Okay. So, entering buildings. This is the part I was trying to talk to. Okay. So, inside the headquarters, we can go inside. In the headquarters, we can build all sorts of things. Shush. I've decided I'm done with you already. Okay, increase in storage. Shush, we already did that. All right, in here, we can build all sorts of things, right? I've put in some energy generators. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 of these. This is enough to get us going. Each one of those needs 1 fuel to output 3 energy. As for fuel, we've put in some fuel fabricators, these little guys here. What they do is they suck Xethane out of the atmosphere, because Titan is full of Xethane. It has these sinkholes, also crevices, that just dump Xethane into the atmosphere. The good news is we can suck that into our fuel generators and then create fuel. The catch is we can see the Xethane here is at 27% and dropping, because we're actually burning it. We're consuming it, and therefore it needs to be regenerated. Unfortunately, there's nothing near us to regenerate it. Okay, if I put in, I can put in probably 1 more. No, we're not going to put in 1 more. We're going to put in some batteries. I'm going to put a battery here, battery here, battery here. We'll leave that. We might be able to squeeze in another. Actually, no, we're just going to put it in the power plant now. All right, he's going to tell us to store waste, but at the moment we're just going to build waste receptacles to store the waste. As for storing resources, we have little resource boxes for right now, and that's enough to get us started. All right, we're going to listen to the power engineer.
Your power systems engineer. I'll be managing your city's power systems. That means fuel, energy production, energy storage, all that great stuff. It's my passion, honestly. Since I was a kid, I've wanted nothing more than to slam the contact switch on a giga battery and see the sky light up. And after years of school and grad school and VR training programs and dropping out of VR training programs, I'm finally here. We'll do great stuff together, Founder. Trust me. My career is on the line. And you can count on me to take that seriously.
My life is on the line from the sounds of it. Okay, so what we need to do is we need to come out here and we need to get some stuff up and running. First thing we did inside our HQ is we put in these generators. We also put in a couple of relays. As you can see, they're linked everything together. They're like power poles. Also, we put in an energy bridge. Energy bridge is going to be very, very important. We require one of those to get power in and out of a building. Also, we require it to get power onto a floor of an internal building. So just the fact that a building's powered doesn't mean that it has power on every floor. We need pylons. Pylons are going to transfer power across the world map. And then from there, I need to build a factory. We're going to need a couple of factories to get things up and running. The first factory, actually, we're going to put right here beside our headquarters. At the same time, I'm trying to clear tiles out ahead so we can get things up and running, but I do not have enough influence at all. You're going to tell us how to claim new territory. To do that, click on a territory and click claim. Or if it's empty, we can just put a building on there and wow, it's done.
Hey, Founder.
Fabricating fuel. She's going to talk about the Xethane thing.
And we don't have enough fuel.
Enter.
We need fuel to generate energy for our buildings and devices.
Yep, I've heard enough. All right. Next up is toggle Xethane overlay. We did that already. Okay. Generating energy. We did that one too. Relaying the energy grid. Just spoke about that. Increasing living space. This is the next one we're up to. All right, what we need to do is we need to put somewhere for people to live, okay? We're going to do that with a habitation pod. Now, every habitation pod requires a certain amount of power, being, well, 1, and it's going to give us housing for 2 people. We're going to put 1, 2, 3, 4 in here, okay? This is going to give us room for 8 people. On top of that, 8 people, we're going to require 8 jobs. So... spaceport operator. We haven't got to that yet. I want to talk about the next one. Migration. Skip. Hiring new citizens. Skip. We'll get there. Skip. Human assets.
Greetings, Founder. So glad
I love
to
this guy.
finally meet
I
you.
love this guy.
I'm Lyle Visk, your head of human assets. Everyone here in the Human Assets office has just been aching to get on a conference call with you. Our philosophy? Eliminate cost centers and build human efficiency.
Uh-huh.
We transform people from a human resource into a monetary resource.
Okay, monetizing our citizens. This is the part I want to talk about. All right, so we have some room for some people to live. Actually, we should get some people. So to do that, we need to go to the spaceport. We need to exchange artifacts with the spaceport to unlock it, because this is, well, this is how we get people to come in. And then we can exchange influence to buy a cargo ship. Well, the contents of a cargo ship. So we can see this one has 2 people, has a couple of minerals, a couple of a mineral and isotope, and a couple of bits of waste. We don't really want the waste, but I need the people. I don't have enough spaceport storage. Really? Okay, we're going to spend 1,000 credits and buy that one as well. So we've got 4 people have been brought in. They'll land right here, and then they'll wander across to our housing. Now, Titans are not a very hospitable place. If we check pollution, it's good so far. It's not going to be in the future. Xethane is okay so far. We're going to have a problem in the future with citizens and short lifespans, but we'll get there. All right. With our citizens coming in, they're going to come across to our little factory building we've built, and they will find one of these habitation pods. As we can see, no monetization in range, because we want to monetize our citizens. We do that.
Yes. So you've decided to monetize your citizens.
Yes.
Excellent. They're going to need jobs.
Yes.
Lots of jobs.
Yes, jobs.
When citizens
Money.
work, they earn credits.
Yes.
We harvest those credits by exposing them to high click-through video advertisements.
So they watch YouTube ads.
Construct monetization stations inside your headquarters or factories. Once those devices are built, our citizens can start enjoying some fresh, exciting adverts.
They watch YouTube ads. That's the takeaway. So I hope you guys found it perfectly fitting that I chose to run an ad in that exact spot. So we're going to put down monetization stations. As you can see, I've already placed out the power grid where 8 people find 8 jobs. Yeah, energy bridge, we've done that.
You ever hooked up with...
Okay, at the same time, I have a couple of tiles square as... do you tell me? No, do you tell me? Citizens. So as we have a couple of citizens now, they produce waste every cycle, which we're going to have to find a way to get rid of. For the moment, we're going to put in a couple of these waste receptacles so they have somewhere... Like, you've already had us do that, right? Have somewhere to put the trash. Now, unfortunately, the citizens don't put trash in the bin, just like in real life. They just dump things on the floor, but we'll have an employee come along and clean up after them. Am I really out of resources? No. No. Oh, people. Can I get... I need a level 1 ruin. Level 1 ruin I can afford. You have 13 resources, and that's it. We're broke again. Okay, can I get one more trash bin, please? And we'll get to creating additional employees in just a second. I'm trying to get things done in the order I want to do them, game. Actually, can I build another factory? Turns out right there. Because factories require the green resources, not the blue resources. We have some green ones. Okay, can I get a waste receptacle right here? All right. Let's get our new factory up and running. And then we can talk about creating additional employees. The more employees I have, the quicker we can get some work done around here. Also, can I get a... I really want that one. 15 influence. Okay, we'll get you in just a second. All right. Into here. Create additional employees.
Founder, I've been meaning to talk to you about conversion capsules. It's where Titan's Industries transform obedient citizens into even more obedient employees.
Mm-hmm.
We market the procedure as training, but the process is really more technical, and the effects are permanent. Once they've gone through conversion, your employees will be able to work basically forever, without breaks or sleep. Now, there may be some long-term consequences that medical science isn't currently aware of, but it is a voluntary process, so your conscience is clear.
My conscience was always clear. All right, so we need a conversion capsule. Now, conversion capsule is going to require power, also requires us to build the rest of this module, which I'm trying to do, but we're just poor. We're very, very poor. All right.
All right, Founder. Now that you've built your conversion capsule, you're ready to convert citizens into employees. Start by selecting one of your conversion capsules. This is where you'll pay for new employees. Give it a try now. Your citizens are very eager to sign up for conversion.
Doesn't reach. It's in the wrong spot. Okay. We'll just rip it down and rebuild it. Can I put you in that tile? All right. At the same time, the other thing I'm building in here is I'm building a processing module, which I built backward. Okay. We want to have more resources. Resources we're definitely struggling with. So one of the things we can do is we can process resources. We can take a tier 1 resource and process it to turn it into a tier 2 resource. We can take a tier 2 resource and process it into a tier 3 resource and, well, get more bang for our buck out of it. As we can see, a tier 1 is worth 1 point, a tier 2 is worth 5 points, and a tier 3 is worth 25 points. So obviously we want to start processing resources as fast as possible. That requires an input module, which we have, a processor, and then it's going to require a employee module and also an output module. At the same time, we're going to start cranking out some employees. So a citizen, a free-willed citizen, is going to pop across here. Well, when they get here, what they're going to do is they're going to jump into the conversion capsule. That's going to remove them of anything unrequired for their employee activities. You know, like most of their internal organs, because That's what makes them sick here on Titan, because pollution is an ongoing issue. We're probably not helping the matter. So once they've done that, they'll dump out any excess that we happen to have left internal to them on the floor, and then they're good to go. Unfortunately, our trash storage is just about full, so we're sort of making a mess. Am I out of resources again? God, we need to get this up and running. You did Xethane generation. We're going to activate you because I can. And you got 13 resources. You have artifacts. I want artifacts out of you. I want I need more tier 1s. 10. Okay, we'll meet the Admiral whilst we wait.
I was wondering when you'd arrive. We got a lot of work to do. I'm Alexa Carrick, your military advisor. Around here, they call me the Admiral. I manage your ships, armaments, and military personnel. Plain language, that means I make sure that rebels and our competitors don't kill us. I've worked with a lot of startup cities here on Titan, so don't worry. I've seen it all. Landfall cities come and go like the rain. For now, keep your eyes open and your mind sharp. If we want to survive on this poisonous rock, we'll have to work hard.
Alright, Admiral has been met. Okay, so our plan is going to be, we're going to bring in tier 1 resources into this mineral input, and that's going to give us a tier 2 resource on the output. We're going to turn all those off, so we only store tier 2s here, and we want to get a number of tier 2s up and running. He's now going to tell us how to refine resources, which is really good, because I'm still one step ahead of the tutorial. Also notice that we're finally cleaning up some of this waste. All right, basic module. Yes, cool. You're about to hit employee limit. Okay. All right, so with us now processing our minerals, I want to make sure we're processing them incredibly quickly. I want to process them faster. So we're going to turn around and we're going to duplicate this build. I do have a dedicated video on this, either coming or it's already here, probably coming. There's a playlist down in the description, also pinned in the comments below for a tutorial list, a tutorial playlist that I will be doing on Titans of Industry. There we go. So we want employee. Well, no, cancel. We want a mineral input module right there. Right beside that, we want a level 1 processor. I like rotating around so it faces out towards our output, which is going to be in the north. We're going to have an output module right here. At the same time, I'm going to have a waste module here at the end, and then finally the employee module needs to be rotated around and clipped in there. The last thing we need to do to get this up and running is put in an energy relay right here, and then I need to dedicate a employee to running this whole contraption. Now, every single time we upgrade a resource from a tier 1 to tier 2, it's going to create waste, which means we're going to start mass producing waste, which is somewhat problematic. Can I put you there and you there so we have somewhere for tier 1 and tier 2? We're going to set you to be tier 1. I'm going to set you to be tier 2. Okay, the other thing we might notice is we're a little bit short on power. The good news is we've converted all the employees we need, so I'm going to disable that building because I don't need it running. We are going to put a waste module there, and there. Okay. With that done, we need to rotate this back around the right way, and I need to unlock you, and 21 resources, you, and okay. That's enough to get us somewhat started. All right, next thing we need to do is we're going to need more power. Now, more power needs more Xethane. We did unlock this one, this activated Xethane source, which should generate 160% Xethane per second. But the problem is we have this factory right here, which if we just double check inside, is not consuming Xethane. But this one is also not consuming Xethane. So it's just the HQ. Just the HQ with 1, 2, 3 of these guys going non-stop, which we're 21.2, 21.72, 772 still. Yeah, it looks like it's equalized. Okay, so I need another Xethane source. So we have a sinkhole over here, we have a crevice over here, and we have a crevice all up here. None of that is anywhere close to us. So we just want to make sure that we want to build our next power plant basically as far away from this as possible. Unless you happen to have 29%. I was going to claim the artifacts out of, so it looks like we're going to put it right beside this, because why the hell not? Construction units.
Founder, now that you're refining your resources...
Yeah, we'll do that in just a second. Alright, so we're going to need another power plant. We're not going to get to tier 3 resources in today's video. We just don't have a need for them yet. Tier 2 is sort of where it's all at for right now, until we get... oh, that's already claimed. I never clicked that button. It's all about the tier 2 for right now until we get a bit more resources coming in steadily, yes. Steady resources coming in. All right, can I jump into this factory? And we're going to build a power plant. And we've already built a power plant. I just want a slightly different design of power plant, because the HQ is an 8x8 building. Well, 8 tiles by 8 tiles, and this is a 10x10. So, which unfortunately means it's going to be slightly larger. Also means it's going to use probably more fuel. More fuel out of the air. Yep, more Xethane. All right, we're going to put one there, one there. We're going to put this one facing that way. Beside that, we'll put another one. Then we'll clip you in the front. I know this is really weird to watch, but it is what it is. And then we'll clip one there. With those all placed in, we're going to put a fuel depot here, and a fuel depot in that gap. Okay, which means that is the fuel side done. Fuel side's probably the harder side to do, because the energy is way easier just due to the shape of the building. We're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4. Nice and simple. We're going to go 5 and 6. We're also going to go 7 and 8. And then in here, we're going to go 9 and 10. And then over here, we're going to go 11 and 12. With all those done, we need to put in our relays, which is on the right-hand side, 1, 2, and 3. And then an energy bridge here to broadcast it out to the rest of the energy network. Yeah. Next thing we're going to do is batteries. I don't actually have... I have some batteries. Yeah, we have some batteries. Also have some fuel storage. I missed... you, sorry. I'm going to put a battery here, and a medium battery there. All right, that is our power grid, and we're going to blueprint that as a simple power plant. Yeah, it should be the same. It's slightly different for some reason. I don't know why it's slightly different, but we can make blueprints. We're going to make good use of blueprints, because after building all that, you're on grid. Oh, you're on a different grid. You're not connected to the main grid because you need an upgrade. Where are we in the day work cycle? We're in the middle of work cycle, so I'm not going to upgrade our energy pylon to touch this building as well till the work day's over. It's all about those profits. The fact that we're making $380 and we're spending $480 is not a good sign, but it's something. All right, we need more resources. So let's grab that one. Let's grab that one. Let's... and we'll influence again. Alright, skip you. We'll come back to tier 3 resources later. Building defenses. We'll wait for next video about defenses. I was hoping you'd tell me about building permanent trash storage. Because I want to have... no? Absorbs pollution. That's the one I want. We want to get over beside you, because I want to build our pollution generation over there. Where are we up to in the workday? We're still going. Okay. Can I get... that's 24 resources. That is 60. We want to just claim some mineral patches and we'll harvest them that way. Although we're slightly swimming in resources. Okay, can I get... Can I get? All right, we're going to need a production. We're going to need a smokestack. Smokestack's going to deal with the pollution problem or the waste problem. The waste problem will be more accurate. And no idea where the road's going to go over here. Actually, no, I do. I want that tile as well. Okay, we're going to just whack a smokestack right there. It's fine. We'll work it out later. All right, we're going to also need 2 workdays over. We're going to upgrade that pylon. Now, unfortunately, because everything's hooked in the same pylon, that means everything stopped working, which is a little bit unfortunate. I want to claim those artifacts, and I want a mineral patch. That's right. Although, we're not doing well on isotopes either. Okay, isotopes. You are... Oh. Crap. I didn't look at what you were as a more important ruin. And I can't afford to upgrade you. Alright, so we're going to have to put in another power pole, dedicated power pole over here. Yep, to run our smokestack. Our smokestack should let us start disposing of trash. Slowly. Very slowly. No, still not enough influence. It's always about the influence. Just for a little while. We'll eventually get to the point where influence just becomes a thing that we don't worry about anymore. We'll leave claiming those till later. Okay, so you now have a dedicated employee. So dedicated employee is going to stand in here and, well, burn trash. At the same time, speaking of employees, actually speaking of ships, can I get a ship? Employees. So employees have a different list of priorities of jobs. Okay, if we open up clean up and processing, we can see that this is how the priorities go from 1 through to 7. Now, what I want to do is I want to edit the priorities and I want to put clean up above priority number 6. Now, the game does a very, very good job of, well, just dealing with, you know, the priorities as is. The difference is what I really want to do is I want to make sure that smokestack is always maxed out storage, because I want it always burning the trash. That's super, super important to, well, not having trash stack up everywhere. Because if trash stacks up, people that are in buildings, employees, citizens, not so much employees, citizens stop working. They stop working, they'll stop living in their habitats because the waste has just got too high. So I want to make sure they're always supplying smokestacks. On top of that, there is clean waste. Now, clean waste is not this factory, quick access, factory 2. So this has been processing resources. Because it's been processing resources, it's been making a mess, because every single time we process a resource from tier 1 to, well, we just saw it, tier 1 to tier 2, it just dumps out some more trash that we need to get rid of, which is problematic if we don't deal with it. So what I want to do is make sure that we probably put a larger container. I meant to flip this one to have the employee over here and the output module over here. Doesn't matter. We're going to put you there, and we're going to put in another waste receptacle here and here and here and here, just so they have somewhere locally to store the trash and clean up, because there is 42 clean waste jobs active, and I don't have that many employees, just not enough. And don't forget, we have 1 dedicated in the smokestack plus 2 dedicated working in here at all times. So I have even less employees available to, well, clean up after people. At the same time, can I have a living space of 3? Let's take that one, because at least it comes with some resources. And yes, we can see this job number is going down slowly. So they will walk through the trash, not a problem. It does halve their movement speed, so obviously you probably want to get it cleaned up. At the same time, we can... Where is that smokestack? I didn't rotate the camera, did I? No. It's over here. So it's just happily burning off the pollution right now, which means this pollution number is going to keep going up. The good news is this ruin right here, which I can claim and activate, is going to store fuel, also cleans up pollution. We also had the right amount of people. I'm guessing somebody bit the bucket. Yeah, Citizens Inn died. Somebody else bit the bucket just after I bought in a new person. I already bought your replacement. Okay, Spaceport also has resources, something you should keep in mind. But we have the smokestack running, we have you running, so you are going to... Oh, you store energy and fuel, and you remove pollution. Oh, that is a gold mine. That is a triple threat right there. So this should keep the pollution from our smokestack under control for right now. But as we can see, they're sort of killed by sickness. They're sort of dying off left, right, and center. Main reason being storage is full. So each of these little trash cans are full, which sort of makes them sick as well. So right at the moment, we sort of need to keep buying in people, which is somewhat unfortunate because I need more people. You're a Xethane source. You're a power plant. Let's just put another one I have 32 power free. Let's put another one here then. I don't know, I can't remember if you like living next to the council hall or not. We'll talk about the council in the next episode. But yeah, I'm going to need to bring in more people because currently our projected daily income is less than our outgoing for our 12 employees, which is sort of problematic. The good news is between blueprints and the fact that we have almost enough power, we should, come on, and plenty of resources now. All right, we should be able to come in here very quickly and go building blueprints. Starting block, apply. Done. That should give us room for another 8 employees and 8 employees, 8 citizens. So I should be able to hopefully find a ship. Really wish you'd prioritize getting the power up and running first. 5, 9, 5. Come on. Wow, that's just resources. I'm tempted to take it. 9. And I'll take the resources. Well, there you go. All right. So this is now populated. Also means that our projected daily income finally exceeds our outgoings. So in theory, we're just scraping a profit. Just. But we're also going to still have people dying off. Not really left, right, and center, but often. And you generate Xethane as well. And you're a power plant, aren't you? You are. You know what? We are going to just do that one really quickly. Anyway, this is where I'm going to leave the first episode. As always, do hope you've enjoyed. I hope you can let me at least keep the like that I borrowed earlier. You threw it on the video, right? At the same time, if you want to see more Industries of Titan, leave a comment saying so. But also hit the subscribe button, just in case you haven't already. You know, it's a game that, like I said, I've played a whole lot of previously, and now we're sort of on a bit of a clock because the rebel threat shows up in 60%. Well, we're 40% of the way there. We're running on a clock. So it means the next episode, we need to get resource processing for isotopes up and running. Also, minerals to tier 3. I think it's more important to have a couple doing to tier 2 at least to start with before you jump into tier 3. Resource waste, I don't know if it's going down or up currently. We do have, with our people, we've got 5 waste coming, being generated per cycle. I'm not sure how much we're burning off per cycle. It doesn't really tell you. Upgrade. Waste burn rate. Whoop. Waste burn rate. 3 to 4. I don't know what 3 to 4 is. But, in theory, it'll burn faster. Anyway, with all that said, this is where I'm going to leave it. As always, thank you guys so much for watching. Do hope you've enjoyed. And I will see you guys on Titan. All right. Bye.